Hello and welcome to KGS. Today we got a 4K versus 4K question mark. Now the reason it's a question mark is because I actually haven't played Go on KGS in apparently a month. I was looking at the graph, and the reason is because last week I played on OGS and Tygem, and that's strange. You'd think that he would play on this side since it's the most open, but he's inviting me to do it. So does that mean he's gonna pincer or something? Try and develop this. What if I just approach far away? Or I could just split. I want to approach the corner though. It's the last uneven one. I don't really know my pinchers that well, but I have a feeling he's going to pincer, but I kind of want to go high. So I want to develop up here. This stone being here makes this whole side uninteresting. This enclosure wants to expand this way, so if I just split... I like high. I don't really know those well. Anyway, so last week was the Tygem OGS game, and this week, or the week before, Tygem OGS, the week before was one game on Go Panda, and I think the week before that would have been this. So I want to go here so that I can expand all the way to here, because this large knight is, actually, that's actually a good extension. This would not be a good extension. Connect solidly, go here. Whoa. Oh. Lost control of my mouse. Come on back. That's not good. Why aren't you working? Normally in this situation you'd want to do some sort of approach on this stone to see how he reacts and then choose your thing. But, because you know, if he would go here, then he'd do this. So that no matter what I do here, now he can get the optimal extension. So I kind of want to approach here. Because then if he does end up cutting here, I can Tanuki that. And then we can actually revert this. If he responds here, then I can respond and figure out what I want to do. So I'm going to do that. Like I said, if he ends up cutting here, then I can just do this and settle quickly. Oh, he's going to kick that. Okay, I'm not going to respond to this. What I want to do is expand as much as I can on this one, so I'll come back and revisit this. Because now he can't get that extension. And this now has some Aji with it. Like I can... You're ignoring me. So now he's ignoring that for orthodox, but he's letting this go. If I respond up here, then he can do this. If I respond and he does this, then I could try doing some of these sorts of josekis. If I respond just normally, he'd get this. I can get this extension, but it's not that great for me. 4 space is kind of weird. If anything, I'd do only a 3 space, but that doesn't put a whole lot of pressure on this stuff. So if I back off and he goes in here, I think I'm going to either pincer or attach, because I want to build up with this. So let's do that. Now, I don't know these josekis, but it'll be a good time to find out and make a shadow stones of it. Again, normal one's here, and then he backs off, but that limits my whole potential up here, and I don't want that. I'd rather do something like this, start a fight, or just attach. One of these two. Attach is most severe, of course. What does he do? Hane? And then I just extend. Push up. Now, wait. Hane. Cut. Atari up. I don't think you'd want to do that. Attach, Hane, cut, right? Atari down. Atari over. And then Atari and just make a solid shape. Then you can poke through. There's some cutting stuff, and you might end up getting that stone, but then I get the outside is what I want. Okay, so like I said, I'll have to reverse. My mouse stopped working again. What the hell? Cross cut, he of course can capture the stone. If he just extends something, then I Atari over, Atari up. Or that's not Atari, is it? Then I Atari up and connect and take the corner. Then he has this Panuki here. I get a larger corner though. Don't know if that's the right move or not. If he just Ataris it, then I can Atari here, but I think I'm going to do this Atari first. So here he should just capture, and if he does just capture, then I will connect. And then he, of course, can extend along this side. Because yeah, okay. So I think if I do this, he's not going to connect. I think he's going to capture if I do that, and then I won't get this. I want to do this to build that, and then if this starts running, then I can jump here and try to develop all that. Okay. That's what I want to do. Yep. If I do this, then he can get this move. And he can get this move for free. And then do something else. But this would give me a 3-stone wall. A little bit more efficient than this, I think. Let's do this. This is giving him that free forcing move, which he should probably just take right now. Nope, he's taking the corner, which means I will respond here. Okay, so he is going to kill that. He's stop refusing. So I can do this. And then this, of course, has the poke, which isn't that great. But it does seal him in. I could also finish this Joseki or come here and attach, I think, is the move. It seems like this is the move. Throw in, do this. Atari down, fix. And then there's all sorts of cutting stuff. I could turn, and then come back and turn and kill this. Take the corner. If he just pushes, I block this way. If he pushes, I block this way. There's this cut, extend. I extend down. Wait, no, I could cut and follow. So I think that's the move, since he didn't come back and defend this corner. And this Blackstone's down here still has some Aji. So with that, do I do this? Because if, let's see, if he Ataris it, then I can Atari this. But then he gets a Panuk over here, I get a very nice corner, and then I can extend over here just like I normally would, right? If he just connects, then I extend? No. Can I double Hane? Cut, go here. It's 2 liberties to 3 because he has this shape. So what happens if he just fixes? Then I can cut here, right? No, I can't cut there. I can extend here. And if he crawls, that's really good for me. Because now it's like, okay, he's going to crawl. Well, that's lovely. He doesn't need to crawl. I think his corner is plenty alive. So now he's coming back to attack this. Reduce some Aji on that. But this really can't be attacked anymore. So I'm going to ignore that. What I think I'm going to do is take another extension. Probably this one. Try to develop it. This turn is pretty big. I still can't cut here. I could poke at it. So if he does that, then I do this, and then he's in trouble. Atari, go here. Yeah, so if I do this and he does that, it doesn't work. There might be something there later, so I will think about that. This is okay. This is okay, but it's going to let him get those 2 pokes, although there is still this one already. This would be 5 spaces away from that. I don't really want to go that far. No, let's do it. Now, if this stone was here, I wouldn't go this far because then it's a 1 space away and then he can throw in and connect. And that causes a lot of issues. Now, if you were to throw in, we can get some fighting stuff going. You are going to throw in. Okay, so for this, if I do something like this, he can, of course, can get the 1 space here. But this is strength. You want to push him towards the strength. If I just I think diagonal is 2. Actually, that's already perfectly set up for that. So if I do diagonal, he jumps up. I do this. He Hanes, I Hane back. He goes here. And then I do this. That collapses his shape. I do have a lot of cutting points because I'm just a diagonal string of stones. And, I could just develop this. So this might be the time to do that. Now, if he jumps here, what happens? Then I go here. So this, he attaches on top. If I Hane, he goes here. I'd want to fix, but then he'd make a table shape. I think I'm going to diagonal. I think probably a better move would have been the probe. Ask and ye shall receive. So this is an interesting probe. If I just do this, it doesn't give him any Aji. If I pull back, then he can poke here and even make some, or makes the starting of shape. This, he can get a Hane. I can Hane back. And then, of course, they would just do like a jump or something. This would actually revert, I think. Attaching here, I do this, see Hane, I pull back, and then jump here. Which How would I feel about that? I don't want that. So let's be a little aggressive. Here. This also has the feature of undercutting the space. Yuhane, I will block, or should I cut? Okay, so he made the light shape immediately. Now this ladder does work, and this will also help me attack that stuff. So if I do this and he Hanis, I can get that then, and he has to come back and fix his shape, so this might settle, but then I can come back and kill that. Okay. Oh, wait, no, I was going to Hani first. Ah! I meant to Hani. Hani, and then he'd go here, and then I would get this extension. That's a misclick. I meant to do this one. This group, like I said, has this poke Aji. I should quit calling out moves. So if I do this, then this group is kind of heavy and on the run. Now this base, like I said before, is undercut from both sides, which isn't good for him. So this is just looking to connect underneath. This would only help him make shape. So if I just descend, this would also help get rid of this eye. Now I have two things to get rid of that eye, although it's not a big deal. So to prevent him from linking up. And then this group is going to be on the run. Kind of. So if I do this, this kind of reverts, actually. Kind of want to attack this some more. I could push, but I'm only really helping him make his shape then. If I cut, or if I do this, it undercuts the base. He can now do this. Can't do that because Atari and connect. Atari down, follow, go here. Yeah, let's do that. I haven't forgotten about this. But now this has a friend to run to, kind of. It's a little bit behind my stone here, but... So we are going to kick. I can do this. And if he goes here, I can do that. If he goes down, then I can do this. He can get this Atari, that Atari, and fill in my shape. I think I am going to expose this first. So if he saves the stone by connecting... Nope, he's not going to. Well, that's lovely. That means I can get this now. I could also Atari here. I think I'd rather have this though. He can take this move free right now. And force me to capture. Now this shape is nice and solid. Am I strong enough to do this? Can I cap it? If he pokes again, I will block. If he pokes through, I have this move, which is helping support that. And run it this way as I surround this group and then potentially come in and kill it. Sure, let's try that. Also at any time I can take this move, which is threatening to cut that off. He can't poke through because I can just Atari it and then connect and I'm fine again. If he ignores it, then I can cut here and capture it. It has this poke. So that makes a nice connection shape. Can't poke there. So for this, do I want a Hane? Hane, cut, extend. If I just extend, I'm helping to surround that. If I Atari, I can extend that way. I think I'm just going to extend. I don't think that stone is strong enough. He's extending with me. And after this one, now he can attach here. So I don't want him to do that. Which way do I want to push him? I kind of want to... Which way do I want to push him? I'll just do this. I know he's going to Hane. If he just extends, I think that's bad. He is going to Hane. Cool. Now if I cut, what happens? There's Atari and a wedge. Atari, connect, do this. This is a poke. I'd connect. Atari out, Atari, and he's safe. Extend, extend. I can capture this in a ladder. Which goes something like that. Dead. What was it looking at? Cutting? Cutting. Okay. Running out of time. Running out of time. Okay, so that is doing what? Do I even have to respond to that? If I just do this, if he goes up, I do this, poke, block, Atari. If I do this, poke, block, Atari. Okay, so if I do this and he extends, then it's dead. So it's going to get captured in one move. Which one's better? This one? Block, Atari, cut, capture, squeeze. This one, poke, That's not Atari. This one would be Atari though. So this one gives him a squeeze. This one doesn't. I'm gonna do this one. He can still, like I said, he can still even Atari and poke here, even if I get this extension, because I have to fix here. If he extends, then I'll have to extend again, and then come back and save this, which means he can turn. This is now going to be in trouble, or will be in trouble, but I can chase it for a little bit. I'm trying to drive him straight into this or straight into my stuff. Okay, so that looks like what he's gonna do. I don't want to cut here because that just remove the liberty from these two, and then they are going to be in trouble. He can Atari, and he is going to extend that. Interesting choice. So this ladder does work for me, and he's offering me a trade right now. He's saying, hey, you can live on the outside here, or we can fight this out some more, because now he can throw it in and Atari this. So I don't want the trade. Because I could just cut here and capture this in a ladder. I'm just going to connect solidly. That's fine. Can he honey? No, he's not going to honey. This is now setting up a net for these two stones, so I could play something like this and capture them. Now he should be able to turn. No, he's not going to. Now I can do this, which would threaten that. I could also do this and cut. So this cut is now important because it makes this group safe. So I don't have to worry about this group getting cut off until he has that. But if he ever comes back to defend this, then I have to poke through and cut here. In fact, if he does this, I might do that. Yeah, this weakness is going to be painful for him. I don't know what that's doing. Is that time to save that? If I do that, I could do this and cut, but I'm gonna chase these now if he's gonna let me. Atari, go here. Can I do this? Atari up. Atari, go here. Atari. Atari, Atari. Yeah, I can do this. This is interesting. This is also putting some pressure on this group, so you are gonna cut there. I'll back off. Oh, I didn't. Sorry, that was a misread on my part. I think. Poke. I can get this though. I can also cut here. There'd be some dangerous stuff going on. I'm gonna do this first. This threatens that cut. It also helps my shape a little bit. So if you want to save those stones, now is the time. Can I reduce this to one eye? That's the next question. I need more time to think. Let's just do this. This seals him in, at least from this side. Okay, so now he's going to do that, so I'm going to do this. If he just connects here, then I cut, and this stuff is on its own, and this stuff is just a stick. And since I have this one and the ability to do either one of those, that is nothing, because you can Atari do that, and I can cut. So this isn't an eye, even if he gets this move. Yeah, that is forcing. I don't think you're strong enough to do that. Well, I guess you are. You have a ton of liberties. Why are you taking an endgame move now? Like, I can cut here at any time. That's too small, I think. So I want to reduce this down to, like, a couple liberties. I'm gonna try to kill this group. So is this an eye? If I poke here, he does this. If I poke here, he does this. If I poke here... Ah. Wait a minute. No, if I poke here... He blocks, I do this. If he blocks... Oh, I screwed up. Ah, damn it. See, I could have played here and it would have worked. Because if he blocks from this way, I Atari this, he captures, I throw in, this is no longer an eye. So I could have killed that. Shoot. Shoot. That was my misread. Darn it. I could have killed this. This is just... that's a dumb move. I shouldn't have played that. I should probably turn here, I think. And try to get all this into points. So this is going to seal this in. Right. Poke, block. Atari. Or actually, you could probably extend. You're Ataring that way? Let's just do this. It's fine. I'm going to get this turn, though. I think it's bigger than this one. This doesn't really help my shape. I can capture here. He actually can't connect that ko. We can fight a ko for this, but They think this turn is biggerest. I could have totally killed this group. That is kind of sad. I think that's a little too far. You're poking at me. Let's see, if you do this, that doesn't work. Now you can get this Hane now for free, but you do this, I Atari, you do that, I Atari, Atari dead. And now you're helping me surround your other group. That's an interesting move. If I go here, what happens? It doesn't matter. I'll connect to the other side. I don't want to do this. I'll just do this. It's Miai for me to connect. You're taking that one. Okay. But now you got all these cutting points. You don't care about the cutting points. Do we want to revisit endgame? We want to revisit endgame. This is pretty big. This is going to allow me to monkey jump to either side. In particular, this one is pretty dangerous because he can't block. I don't know what that's doing, but this is going to allow me... can I turn here? This is pretty devastating. If I do this, I could just back off, but I think I'm going to do this. Block Atari. This would also work. It also, this one, if I go here, he has this Atari. Now we have to ask, is this alive? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stones, and he doesn't have that one. He also doesn't have this. Clamp, this. Now is there cutting problems? That's what he's gonna look at. Can he cut here now? If he cuts here, is there potential? If he cuts here, is there potential? I think if he cuts on one of these, first thing I'm gonna do is Atari, Atari, Atari. To seal this stuff off, and then so long as this stuff doesn't... Is that Atari? That is Atari. Interesting. So then he can cut here now. Does that help though? So what do I do? I can make it a false eye by throwing in afterwards, but I think first I need to make sure these guys are connected. This makes that a false eye. Because I have this stone and that stone, so long as those two don't die, I'm fine. I have this double Atari here, which will help. So I don't really need to worry about this dying, I think. If he cuts, he's trying to make another eye, you bonehead. I can connect here to force that, but that's not going to help. Poke. Poking here does. Poke. Poke. I had a feeling you'd do that. So now this is not an eye. Can I cut? I think I can cut. Atari up, and then you're going to try to live inside here? What happens if he gets this move? Capture, block. 1, 2, 3, 4. He can live. I need to Hani here. I need to Hani here right now. I shouldn't have done this. I should have Hani'd here. Okay, now I need a Hani here. There. If I didn't, I mean, he could have lived outright by going here, but now I think it's down to one eye. You're gonna push that. Force me to capture, but now this is definitely alive. So now this is down to one eye. This, if I get this move or this move, this is a false eye. This is now connected to this, and I should be able to get an eye in here somewhere. You can't play this move without self-Atari. You'd have to capture first. If he ever captures that, I can just play here. This is an eye. This is the other eye, so this group is alive and fine. I think I can just cut here, right? Yeah, I think I can just cut. If he plays this, I ignore it. I'll just play this move. Okay, he is Atariing up. Like I said, I can play here to make that a false eye. And actually, I think I'm going to play here. If he captures, I play here. Yeah, let's do that. This is now an eye, and actually I have a second eye right here. So this group is alive on its own. So this is looking to do this. So this is a false eye, this is a false eye, this will never become an eye, and I just collapse his mouth shape here. So he's running out of room really quickly. That doesn't help, because this will never become an eye. I can just do this, right? Yeah. So far, so good. If he ever cuts there, I can capture this, and then it goes to Ko. If I just do this, it doesn't matter, and this actually helps with that, so I will do this. There might be potential for this to get cut off, but... So if I cut here, and he plays that, that becomes an eye. So I need to play here to prevent that eye. Okay, you are gonna cut. Is it time to give that up and make sure this dies? Or do you think I'm fine? If I go here, he goes here, I do this. Man, I got the whole left side of the board. I think I'm just gonna give that up. I'll give that stone up. That's one stone. I don't care. You extend, I go with you, and I'm just gonna seal this off and kill it. That is okay with me. You can have those 2 stones. If I play here, you play there, I play this. I need to take a booyah here. If I play here, you play that. That's Atari. You need to capture. I need to play here. Or I need to play here, which then allows me to do that, and it's capturing us with that. If I play this, you play that. I play this, you're still cut off. You capture. I Atari. What did I just say? This, that, this, that. You can save that 1 stone. Actually, yeah, I cannot. If you connect here, I can play this. You then need to capture this, and then I can cut. If you connect, then So I can save this stone. If you connect here, then I connect here. So you still need to come back and capture. This all or nothing fight is a lot of fun. I like doing this kind of stuff. And it's also a good example of how being really strong in an area, it's hard to make eyes because you can just poke from any side and just maintain connection. You're fine. Okay, he resigned. Okay. Just to show you, he resigned. So let's, I want to back up to that because right here, instead of that move, I should have done this. And this takes away that second eye. Because if he blocks me from connecting here, then I can play this. And it's just throw in for the false eye. Right? So that gets rid of that eye. If he connects the other way, then I connect here, and it is, again, not a real eye. So this should have died. That was a lot of fun. I did really well in this fight, I think. With the exception of I should have taken this Hani a lot sooner. At any time he could have... when did I take that? So instead of extending up here, he could have just done this, lived outright in the corner, and there's nothing I can do about it. Even though this is a false eye, there's nothing I can do about it because he goes here, and you have 4 in a row. So that was probably my only mistake in the fight, was not taking that sooner, but I just couldn't find the right time to do it. Maybe he just didn't see it. Maybe here would have been a good time to do that. If I just did this, could he have made an eye here? No, because I have the Sitar. Yeah, so maybe right here is what I should have done. If he does this, this is still not an eye. Still not an eye. I had to throw in to make that eye, but he could have still played here and lived outright. Anyways, so like I said, this group in the corner could have lived, but this move ended up killing it later. So yeah, we got a solid 4K now. Looks like the question mark disappeared, which is nice. So we are officially in 4K territory. 4K. I did it again. 4K territory. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please like it. If you're new around here, subscribe. And if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, or feedback, please leave them below. Thanks again so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.